What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2. I did the Volume 1 a long time ago, and now I'm going to be here to talk about the final half of Stranger Things, and I really loved it. But first things first, I'm going to be talking about little things that are happening on the channel. I'm going to start reviewing a lot of graphic novels and manga, a lot more. I've ordered the first Umbrella Academy graphic novel because Umbrella Academy is my favorite show of all time, personally, more than Stranger Things. Yeah, I'm reviewing graphic novels here on the channel, which is very exciting. Also, more manga as it comes in. I have read all the manga I own, and I'm just currently trying to find new ones, but when all my money is spent on books, there's like a little left for manga, so I'm trying to figure out a better way to do that. Beware of the Umbrella Academy reviews that are coming, because I love Season 3 personally. But this is not what we're here to talk about. We talk about Season 4 of Stranger Things, which I really did love. My favorite part of this is they were basically two movies put together, and if you put this many feature-length films into one season, you could explore so much more, because I feel like this is the closest thing to a film as possible, because it's just really long and drawn out, and they cut the episode endings right at the action scene, and that's why it has so much success, because it is a film meant to be watched in one piece. That's why it's meant for binge watching. But you can cut them perfectly up into parts where you can't really not watch it, and that's what's so genius about this show. That's my favorite aspect of this show, is how geniusly they stop you from turning your TV off, because it's a film. That's basically what they're doing, and this is the same thing, but just in the 2-episode range, because like it's basically one big movie, and you can explore so much of character growth. You can get so close to the characters, and you can explore so many characters deeply, whereas in a film, not as much characters would get their time. So I think this is a very optimal way to do Stranger Things. As for the story itself, I really enjoyed it here. It was actually, I would say, my second favorite season when I was thinking about it. Season 1 had the perfect ending. It was the perfect mini-series. It could have ended there perfectly. But this one has been the best one since then. I'm not going to put it at number 1, but a lot of people are doing that. The ending was kind of crazy. I'm going to talk about it when we get to spoilers. But the ending I did like a lot. There were some problems with it. When I get to the spoiler-free problems, I have like the fake dead is another thing. Trope that's used here, like, oh, they're dead, but not really. So that's one thing I did not enjoy. I'm not gonna specify yet. And also just a lot of the bad problems I have without spoiling it, because it's going to be very specific. So unfortunately, that's all the spoiler-free stuff, and you can stop here whenever. If you haven't watched the show, I definitely do recommend it. It is not something you want to get spoiled for. So go watch it. It's on Netflix right now. The 4th season is out, Volume 2. I thought it was fantastic. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. For spoilers, we have a lot to talk about because this was a very climactic ending. Obviously, Eddie Munson was the big death of the season. And it comes to my first problem. It is starting a trend in Stranger Things. Every season, a lovable new character dies. And this happens a lot, and I'm really just starting to see it as lazy this season, because they tried to kill off a character last season, Hopper, but they brought him right back because they're afraid of losing money, and they're just making the new character and killing him off there because it's quicker, it's easier, and there's not a lot of like the main core sticking together. And we have some that slip through the cracks that are new characters like Max and Robin. In last season, Erica became a bigger piece of this, even though she was introduced before, but she became a bigger piece. But not a lot of new characters survived through the season, and that's kind of getting predictable, kind of getting lazy in my opinion, even though this was handled really well, and I love Eddie Munson as a character so much. But the lovable new guy has been the death every single time. And I'm kind of not feeling it this time, even because of the pattern. If this was the first time it happened, I would have been 100% on board with it, but I really think they should have done something. And even with the Max thing, you think you lose a character who you've been with for a long time, and no, it's reversed. So that's kind of unrealistic in my opinion. I think they should normalize character deaths, because when they go through dangerous stuff, people will die, and that's right for all fantasy as a whole. And that is my one criticism with it. And other than that, I really thought it was fantastic. I loved the climax of what happened. I love the climax happening in three different parts, three different parts of the world that are not connected. Help in defeating Vecna, especially with my favorite personal storyline was the one with Steve, Nancy, Lucas, and Dustin, and Max. And that was just great. I loved how that climax happened at the same time Lucas was fighting with the sports kids, whatever that guy's name is. And yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was exciting, which is my main point, which I needed. I've never felt none inside of this show. This show managed to make the build up to the climax fantastic, which I always give applause to, because that's very cool to make build up very interesting, especially with the humor. It's not over the top. And yeah, I really love this season. It was dark and eerie, but with a crazy action finale. I was the biggest fan of season 3, and this one really, really brought it up a lot in my books. And Stranger Things hasn't. Like, again, in all time, it's gonna stick with me for a long time. And yeah, that's the good parts about it. It's gonna be with me forever. And I can't say that about many other shows. I can't really say that about any of the Disney shows when I think about it. So that's just one thing. Netflix is hitting it out of the park. It's just taking shows, even the ones that succeed, hit out of the ballpark for me. And that's what I love about Netflix. I've never really felt that way with Disney. The Disney shows, I've really liked it. Like Mandalorian, I've really liked it, but I doubt it's going to stick with me for that long. I've had very bad experiences with the Marvel shows, especially recently with Moon Knight, and I haven't even bothered trying to watch Miss Marvel because they're getting overboard. Especially Star Wars and Marvel, in my opinion, are going overboard with the shows. But having original shows that have, like, take elements from superhero movies, but also are their own thing, that can feel free to do whatever they want, and they're not limited to what Marvel is limited to, I love it. So this is my new form of TV. Got any recommendations like this, definitely leave them in the comment section. I'm glad of how successful this is doing because it deserves every bit of it. And it's just a fantastic show. And I encourage you to check it out, even though this is a spoiler section, but it doesn't matter, no matter. And yep, I know on Book Channel I'm doing these show videos. This is my apology. I just like to talk about fantasy. But I assure you the next video is going to be about books. I am halfway through Lord of the Rings right now, the Fellowship of the Ring. I am finished with the first book of it, and I know how each book has 2 little parts. And I finished with the first part of Fellowship of the Ring, and the review should be coming very soon because I've been zooming through this reread of it. And yeah, obviously the new Lord of the Rings show came out, and I'm rambling. I know this is a little bit off topic, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys are having a great day, and see you guys in the next video.